What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 10 of our Leipzig career mode, and today we've got a couple of things coming our way. We've got Hoffenheim in the league, and then we have the break, but then we have a large area here of pretty much just transfer stuff. Then we have Schalke and Stuttgart. I'm not sure how much we're going to get through today. When I do situations like this, I kind of like them to be more liquidy. I like them to be, you know, not so straightforward. We're going to do this, this, and this today because so many things can happen in the transfer window. We don't have a ton of money, but we are looking to bring in a player on loan at least in Kluivert, and then we'll look around and see what else could happen. He's currently out on loan, it says, but we can we approach to sign? Oh, yeah, okay. So we'll see what happens. He may be coming back. We may be able to approach to sign him as well. A variety of different things going on. But let's jump into this first game. Leipzig-Hoffenheim. Let's go. Nice play. Moving the ball around pretty nicely here. Oh, it's played into a really good spot. Oh, he does well to lose me. But then he just does a little bit too much, but it gets across goal. Good defending. Couldn't quite get that ball out. That tackle came in a little bit rashly, but we've won it in the end. Here's Nkunku. Hwang Hee-chan gets in between the center backs, and the fullbacks have played him onside. And it's Hwang Hee-chan, 1-0. 20 minutes gone, and the striker helping us out a little bit. It's a great finish, but the two center backs squeezed on him. He went in behind. Fullbacks played him onside. Simple as that. The whole line has to move together, otherwise you get situations like this. Gets hammered into the back of the net. It's a great finish, and it's 1-0. Ooh, good football here. Steps into space. Oh, he does well to get away. Is a great save from Galashi. An excellent save. I thought that was a goal. It's a great save from the goalkeeper. And the header comes in, and that... Oof, I thought that went into the back of the net there, but it's actually just wide. Giving him a little bit of space. He's missed the header here, and Fekir's going to get onto this. Fekir plays it into Nkunku. It's a good turn from him. Turns out again. Goes for goal. Great finish. It could have been 1-1 at the other end, if not for a great save. And we go back up the other. Make it 2-0. Excellently done. And a little bit of a mistake by the fullback who went up for the header. Didn't get to it. Fekir on it. Slips it in. Nkunku with the second turn there. Just makes enough space to have a shot. Beats the goalkeeper, and it's 2-0. Nice ball. Hoffenheim trying to maneuver forward, but can't. It's Fekir. Hwang Hee-chan once again doing that same move. And Hwang Hee-chan clips it into a great space. Dani Olmo 3-0. And that should be the points. 55 minutes gone. And it's that same run again. The two center backs pull up to mark Hwang Hee-chan. He slips in behind. The fullbacks keep him onside. And that's it. He's through on goal. This time he just clips it back to Dani Olmo, who makes no mistake in the finish, but it's 3-0 here. One more. Nicely played. Get that out wide. We can. Gets slipped in. Is Dani Olmo on it? Penalty. Is he inside the box? It's been brought down really close to the edge there. And it's not a penalty. It's outside the box in the end, but it's very close. Ben Mee gets booked. Sabitzer. Can he put this in the corner? Hits it well. Oh, it isn't. He got a touch onto it to goalkeeper. Not enough to keep it out, and it's Sabitzer again. It's his second free kick of the year, I believe. It's a lovely finish this time. Puts it right in the corner. I thought the goalkeeper originally saved it. He looked like he touched it on. But it doesn't look like he has kept it out. Sabitzer with the free kick. It's going to go over the wall and right into that corner here. He does get a touch. He just can't keep it out. Touches it into the back of the net. It's 4-0. Oh, can't quite get it. Hold of that. It's a good ball in. Still holding on to it. Thought he didn't get to it. And finally comes through. It's into the back of the net. 4-1. I thought we got a touch onto it there. It didn't happen. These are some vibrant jerseys that Hoffenheim have here. But it gets slipped in. He's just done well to hold on. I thought I won it there. Didn't. Run came from deep. Finishes it off near post. Shouldn't change anything in the end, but the clean sheet is lost. And with 13 minutes to go, it's 4-1. Nicely done. Here's Sabitzer now. Pulling it forward, and Dani Olmo has inexplicably found a ton of space as we slip it across goal. It's not going to come to anything, but it's going to come back to Sabitzer. And he can find Dani Olmo, and Dani Olmo finds Fekir, and we slip it across. That's excellent football. 5-1 the score. Sabitzer powers home his second. What more could you ask for in terms of football there? Excellent, tight. Just kept moving along the box. Eventually found the way through. Just a cute little back heel there. Slips it across goal. Tap in at the back post. And we're going to come away with a very big win. 5-1 the score right now. As we move into winter break, we will be at minimum be tied top of the league. And maybe top of the league on goal difference, but that's what we're looking for. And we'll have 42 points after the first half of the season, which is not too bad at all. We have continued to put up good results as Dortmund just win their game. We'll see what happens to Bayern. But there is a gap here now, so we're going to come back on the 1st of January. We have a loan here that I worry about. Angelino, I hope he stays on loan. City might call him back. He hasn't been playing a ton. That happened in our Wolves career, which a couple players were called back after they mentioned it. So, I mean, it'll be pretty difficult to envision that they don't call him back. So we'll show back up on the 1st of January and see what happens. Alright, here we are on the 1st, and Angelino has not been recalled, which is a good thing. Heinrichs has, though I'm not too worried about Heinrichs being recalled, mainly because he was our third choice behind Klosterman and Mukele that we have there now. So that's not really a huge issue for me. There's also an issue with Carrizo, who wants to be called up to the first team, otherwise he's going to leave, so we are going to do that because he looks like he's going to be a good player, as does Berger here and Newman. But, I mean, we're going to let them continue to grow as we move forward. And then we have our scouting report come in, and nobody here really of our caliber. So we are into the January period, and we are going to keep Angelino, which is the big thing here. Now, we are going to try and do a couple of things in terms of this window. We are going to try and bring in Kluivert, who's shown in real life, or shown up in real life on loan. We'll see if we can approach to loan. They're not interested in loaning him out, so that is problematic. And then Sorloth. He's on loan at another club. Can't approach him when he comes back to his parent club, though. Isn't Crystal Palace his parent club? So we have a couple of issues there, but our biggest issue is going to be to try and find a few bucks here to try and bring Kluivert in. We can bring him in permanently. That's no issue or anything like that. These two players here are those players that we can look at, and Vogo's out on loan at PSV. So maybe if we could... He's on the transfer list. We can add him to the transfer list. See if we can get a couple bucks for him. He's 22 already. This lad here, add to the loan list. And at the moment, there aren't too many players I want to like move on or anything like that. There are players here. We're in a good spot in terms of, you know, a couple of players here and there perhaps that we can look, but I don't want to move anybody on just yet, except where'd he go? Except Forsberg. The problem with Forsberg is that he is currently going through a long-term injury, still 8 weeks away, so nobody's going to buy him mid-injury, I don't believe. So it doesn't necessarily look like anything crazy. Hans Wolf will be coming back in the summer. He's only 21, looks pretty good actually. And Lookman will be coming back, and then all of a sudden we may be in one of those positions where we have too many players. We have a lot of good players, but we may have too many. So it's going to be rather difficult in terms of that. So what we may do is jump forward. We are going to go forward until perhaps something happens. And that only interest in Kluivert. West Brom have bid 15 million already. That's not ideal. Tyler Adams offered away to Napoli. That will not be happening. He will be staying. A couple players here are happy to take a look at their loan. Yeah, they're all happy to just go out on loan. So we'll come back when something, one, happens, or two, we get to the next game. But as I said, it's going to be one of those Januaries where we want to bring in Kluivert. If Kluivert leaves, then it's not really too much of an issue. If he goes from Roma to Bayern, or not Bayern, West Brom, not Bayern. But, you know, we'll see, as they've offered very little. Nico Schulz and 26 million for Upamecano. We'll also come back if a crazy bid comes in for a player of ours, but I'm not exactly banking on that happening. We've been getting some really big bids for Limer, but we'd need to push it to like the 80, 90 million mark before we start thinking about something like that. So let's jump into the next game. The next game will be Schalke. I want to say it's Schalke, you know, but we shall see. But let's jump forward. All right, folks, we are back, and I have received an incredibly interesting offer for Willy Orban. Captain of the club, he doesn't play a ton. Ajax have reached out, as you can see, and offered Ryan Gravenberch, who turns into an incredible midfielder, and £11.3 million for Orban. I don't know how many people are going to be upset with this, or whatever it may be, but this is something I am going to accept. Gravenberch for $8 million is nice. Getting $20 million for a center back we don't use very often is nice. He's 28. I'm going to accept it. That is something that's just going to happen. And we were talking about offers that come in, and sometimes you can't really say no. That's one of those ones you really can't say no to. We have two wingbacks who can play center back. Or Klosterman at minimum can play center back. We have Mukele who can also play center back. We might just buy another center back in that case. Well, we're going to go after Kluivert first, but if we can get to... We have 1, 2, 3, and then Mukele could be 4. We can get through the rest of the year with that, and then buy another center back next window, just to be the third option or fourth option. I mean, I think this is an incredible bit of business, and I can't believe that's actually come in. Most of the ones I've seen have not been particularly great in terms of offers for swap deals and stuff, but that is an incredible offer, and we can't really do anything about that. That is just something that's we have to take it. We have to take it as an incredible offer, but we'll see if it accepts, if it goes through, but we will find out. So let's jump into this game against Schalke first, and hopefully we can grab another 3 points coming back from our long winter break. Here's Sabitzer, ball right through the middle. It's Danny Olmo. Danny Olmo's through on goal. And look at this. What a start this could be. It's Hwang Hee-chan. Tap him. What in the world has happened there? Danny Olmo peeling off the back of one center back, and all of a sudden it was 2-on-1. One ball right through the gap. Maybe they got too comfortable, too high up the pitch. But Danny Olmo was just gone. Hwang Hee-chan kept up. Slipped across to him. And on 10 minutes, it's 1-0. Oh, good football here. Oh, good stuff. Great save. Actually, a little bit easier in the end. He didn't really hit that too hard. It's decent football there from Schalke. But in the end, they can't finish it off. Nice tackle. Here's Limer. It's good football. One more. Hwang Hee-chan does well to step into that space. Hwang Hee-chan, good save. There's a really quick little turn in there to maneuver his way into that space as the header comes in, and it's punched over the top there by the goalkeeper. Another close call. And the header gets put down. Slipped across and he's offside. Nkunku. Klosterman. Slipped in. Brilliant ball across. Oh, into the side netting. Great ball in from Klosterman there. Just couldn't steer it on target. Nice ball. Oh, he's onside. He slipped ahead of Kanate, and it's a good finish as well. 61 minutes gone, and they're back into it. Level here, 1-1. It's one of those games. I had to actually check the score there. We felt so dominant, really. It's almost felt like it was more than 1-0. But they've leveled it up here. He's in behind. It's an excellent finish. The ball, he just beat the center back. It's as simple as that. 1-1 here on 61 minutes. We have a half hour. Can we find another? Nice play. Oh, I've stepped up with the wrong guy. Moving the ball around pretty nicely here. Schalk. Oh, he's done well to get that into a great spot. Oh, what a save. It's going to come down. It's in the back of the net. 2 goals in 5 minutes for Schalk, and they've turned this game right around. It's poor from us. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. It's a good hit, good save. It's just going to come back, and he's going to hit it first time into the back of an empty net. Galashi trying to get across. It's just not going to reach it. And now it's 2-1 here. Not ideal. Out wide, Klosterman. Back inside. Here's Campbell. Out wide again. Fekir doing well to come up the pitch. And Fekir can get that back post. Oh! He just tried to touch it. And he didn't he tried to take it down and didn't try and put it on goal. That is not great. We have a minute here to try and find just something. See if we can find a late equalizer. Swangy Chan gets it out wide. Klosterman. There's a little bit of space in the middle. And nobody stepped up in the end. There was space. We didn't hit it. And that's it. 2-1. Schalke grab a win. We were so dominant for the first hour of this game. It was absolutely incredible. And then they just kind of woke up. And after that, you see what happened as we go behind Bayern in the league table, I think now. Which is not ideal. Because we were ahead of them at one stage. But now we have some catching up to do as they are 3 points ahead of us on 45 and we sit on 42. Now, what we're going to do is stop simulation. See if we can go, contract negotiations. That's what we need to go ahead and look at right now for Gravenberch. Let's negotiate with Gravenberch here. It's just one of those things we can't turn down. And we might be able to bring Gravenberch in, I guess. He just wants to be a prospect, which is excellent. We have so much in midfield. 5-year contract. We are young. We are building. No release clause. Accept it. And now they're not going to say anything about his salary, which is so typical. I'm just going to overdo it just a little bit, I think. He's reasonable. He's happy with it. And it looks like Gravenberch is going to come into the club. And, I mean, that's an excellent buy. An excellent buy. That would have been an excellent buy for just the $8 million. But to take Orban, give us $11 million and Gravenberch, what more could you ask for? Let's take a look and see if Gravenberch is with the team yet. Not quite. Carrizo, of course, is trying to grow into a team. We're going to bring Kluivert in and replace Forsberg. The problem now is that we are going to be jam-packed in midfield. We are going to have Campbell, Haidara, Voigt. Of course, one of our kids who might use a loan, perhaps, as he has not been particularly playing or anything like that. I'm going to see if I can get him a loan. That would be good. Getting Voigt alone, and then Gravenberch can come in and play that role, and then next year next summer we'll have a look at our midfield and see what we want to do. Perhaps we get one of those bids you can't really turn down. It's a lot. We'll add him to the loan list. Voigt here, but he can also play Cam. He's got some nice physical attributes, so maybe when he comes back, we'll reassess his position as well. You know, we can take a different look at it that way. But I would like to see the Gravenberch thing sold. An offer has come in for Voigt, 2-year loan deal at a really big club. I'm not sure if he's going to be playing every week there. I'm going to reject that one. I kind of want him at a lower end club, or not a lower end club, but maybe a 1-year loan deal perhaps. We'll see. But that will be that. So let's see if that's gone through. It hasn't gone through yet, but after that goes through, we'll be able to take a look at, you know, bringing Kluivert in and stuff like that. But we are going to, since the deadline day is a day away, we're going to do all this today. What we're going to do is we're going to go through the sim portion of this Stuttgart game. We're going to do one of the quick sims here, or a sim match, or whatever it may be. They've got an odd lineup there. Hopefully we can take advantage with our 3 up the pitch. But here we are. We're going to do the sim. Hopefully we can get ahead early. Just end this quick. Not because I don't want to... Not because I want to get through it, but Stuttgart's a team we ought to be beating. I don't want it to get late into the game and we're struggling. So let's jump into it this way. But I think we're going to have a pretty good window here without doing anything crazy major, which is obviously great. The Stuttgart are in black and we are in white. And they are coming through early here. I'm going to try and maneuver something. Moving the ball around the top here, and we eventually win it. That is not a good place to play that ball, Galashi. Plays it up the pitch all the way to the other goalkeeper. And Stuttgart are set to come again. We have our midfielders sitting back a little bit more now to help with these situations, even though they're in on goal and they've scored early. 13 minutes gone. Okay, not ideal. As Stuttgart take the lead, and now the opposite of what we were looking for has happened. And we give the ball away again, and this is not an ideal start here. We've been on the back foot. Win it there. Haven't had any real attacks yet, so that gets pushed up the pitch. Might have had one there, but it didn't happen. And now can we find something? No, we cannot. We lose the ball. This is not a good start. Not a good start, guys. As Stuttgart come the other way. Remember, we only have 3 jump-ins, so we don't want to waste our jump-ins necessarily. That's good movement. That gets slipped out wide. Now, can we do something from this moment in time? Danny Olmo takes that down. And Danny Olmo, can he slip that in? Not quite. Comes to Nkunku. Can we slip that out wide? We can't. Gets out wide this time. Here's Klosterman. Still holding on to it. Into space. We lose out. And that was not what we were looking to do there. And that's a great takedown as well. And Stuttgart coming the other way. We may try and grab just one more attack here. Though I don't want to lose anybody going forward. Jesus. Nice takeaway. Clip that out wide. Nicely done. Here's Fekir. And Hwang Yi-chan's making the run. And this is the type of football we want. And especially with Hwang Yi-chan, who's cutting into space. Slips it across. There it is. 1-1. Alright, we've leveled it here. That's good stuff. It's a good movement. Now we're getting back into the sim after leveling the score up. Danny Olmo's the one who finished that off. It was good football. I didn't watch the replay, but sorry. But we're kind of just moving through this. It's a little bit tighter than I would have expected, would have liked in a sim. They continue to move the ball around really, really well. But we've nicked it there. Now can we use a little bit of momentum here as that comes through to Hwang Yi-chan. Oh, that's a massive opportunity. Through on goal. He could not quite finish it off as that comes in on the corner and it's bouncing around. Top of the box. Back across. Oh, another good save. Wasn't offside either. And that gets cleared to the top of the box. And it gets to half-time. We had a couple of chances there at the end, which is good. Just to kind of wake up a little bit. Hopefully the goal has woken the team up a little bit because Stuttgart for the first half hour, we're the better team. In the sim, at least. Now if we can win the ball high up the pitch here, but they're moving the ball around nicely. Good football there to nick it away. And now can we break? Twangy Chen. This is good stuff. Couldn't quite get it through the middle. We do now. Played across, and oh, it's in, and there it is. Gets saved on. Falls to Fekir at the back post, and he has finished it off. And we've been much better since we jumped in and scored the goal. It's 2-1. And we are now seemingly on top. We've been playing better defensively, been nicking the ball back. Though they're in again here. And it's 1 again. That's what we'd like to see. Now can we break quickly? We've been breaking quickly for a while now. There it is. Can he get to it? No. Out of play. Let's go to team management. See if we can bring in a little bit more of a defensive presence here. Bring Tyler Adams onto the pitch. And then I think I want to bring Poulsen on for Danny Olmo. Just see if we can get a little bit more pace up front as the game stretches a little bit. Nicely done. Ooh, don't give the ball away there. Do manage to... Oh, we managed to win a free kick. It gets clipped in. Up in the air, and they win it easily enough. There's 20 minutes to go here. And Stuttgart are still within striking distance. Moving the ball around pretty well on this attack. They've only had the one shot so far. It was the goal. We win it. Can't quite take it completely, though. As that gets pushed around, and ooh, that's a huge save. Oof, humongous save from Galashi. As that gets pushed out of our box and cleared just, and we win it there. Now can we move up the pitch with it? I press Y. I kind of wanted to jump in there. Jump in, but the thing's not coming back quickly enough to jump in, but we'll let it unfold. This is moving the ball around the top of the box. Plenty of space. There it is, 3-1. And that will do it. That will do it. 3-1, 6 minutes to go. We can jump to the result. And a good win in the end, especially after a very difficult opening half hour. Bayern win their game. So we still stay 3 points behind them, but we didn't drop any more points, which is obviously the ideal portion. So let's take a look and see what happens on this deadline day. See if we can bring Kluivert in. Because I don't think he's moved to West Brom yet. Mukele needs more games. Okay. Still in the squad. Orban has been sold. So we got the money in. And now let's see if we can go for Kluivert. I'm not sure if he moved or not. He has moved. That's a shame. That is a shame. Alright, so you know what? We'll end it here. We'll end it here, and you know what I'll do? I'll look for some center backs, and then we'll come back next episode, do deadline day, and get back into our 4-game thing there. That's a little bit disappointing that Kluivert's moved in the end, but you know, we'll come back next time, and as you can see, we have a lot of big games coming. We have Hertha in the Cup, and then Bayern, Mönchengladbach, and then Sevilla in the first leg of our Champions League round of 16 ties, so it doesn't get easier from here. So we'll come back, get our center backs, take a look around, see if we can bring one in. If not, it's no big deal, but we have a little bit of money to spend, and we should find a decent center back at that price, guys. But that is going to be it. I hope you folks have enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. And peace.